Welcome, residents of Vice City. Today we have a pretty weird update in regards to Grand Theft Auto 6. Allegedly, Martyn Ware, founding member of Heaven 17, got an offer from Rockstar Games themselves to have his song be used in their upcoming title GTA 6, where apparently he was so discontent with the offer, he told Rockstar to go themselves. For clarification and reference, I will be using IGN's article on the matter, and it will be linked down below in case anyone wants to give the article a full read itself. There are a couple of extra details and opinions I personally have on this, so let's get right into it. Martyn Ware alleges that he was recently contacted about use of his song titled Temptation to be fully used in GTA 6 royalty-free. The following quotes are taken directly through IGN's article on Ware's account of the situation. Ware states, "I was recently contacted by my publishers on behalf of Rockstar Games re the possibility of using Temptation on the new Grand Theft Auto 6. Naturally excited about the immense wealth that was about to head my way, I scrolled to the bottom of the email re the offer. It was $7,500 for a buyout of any future royalties for the game, forever." To put this into context, Grand Theft Auto 6 grossed, wait for it, $8.6 billion. But think of the exposure. Go yourself. By this, he probably meant to say GTA 5, but I digress. Ware later tweeted to clarify that the $7,500 offer was $7,500 for each of Temptation's 3 writers, which amounts to $22,500 total. Still utterly unacceptable, he added. He said he then suggested $75,000, but Rockstar allegedly rejected the counteroffer. "If they'd offered a royalty, we wouldn't have asked for any advance," Ware said. To finish off the article, they added a couple of comments and opinions shared by others, and they read as the following. Despite many replies suggesting he should take the money and enjoy the quote-unquote exposure offered by having Temptation appear in what is likely the biggest video game of all time, Ware doubled down saying, "For those claiming Heaven 17 should have accepted the extremely low offer for buyout for Temptation in GTA 6, claiming increased exposure, an extra 1 million streams generates each writer a pitiful $1,000 each." He then replied later to another user who suggested $7,500 would be quote-unquote better than nothing, where Ware said, "Get off your knees." Now, after reading this, I'm curious if a lot of people, or anyone at all, had the same reaction as me. The way I see it and the way this played out, this just seems plain greedy from Martyn Ware. And I wonder if his additional members of the band fully agreed, or he just made the decision for them. Just the way that he describes the money offered through additional streams with, as he puts it even, an extra 1 million streams generates each writer a pitiful $1,000 each, just personally rubs me the wrong way. That's not even mentioning the line he says earlier on, naturally excited about the immense wealth that was about to head my way. Now, that's not to say if he considers his price to be higher, that's more than completely fair. He did even hit them with the counteroffer, but Rockstar wasn't willing to go to his demand. At the end of the day, it's him and his group's craft, and they can set the terms to the art that they created. But to me, this offer, even if he couldn't bargain for just a little more, seems more than fair to me. Let's get this down to brass tacks. This is a band from the 80s that's recently had a tour in 2022 and is still playing live to this day. Currently at the filming of this video, they have 312,000 monthly listeners on Spotify alone, and their most popular song, the Temptation 2012 mix, is sitting at a total of 26 million streams. I would say this band is definitely successful in their own right, for sure. But as user Keel Silver put it best, they said, overall, Heaven 17 is a relatively small band that never had a big hit outside of the UK, and with no disrespect intended, don't seem to have people rushing out to see them live, judging by their latest tours ticket sales and prices. If the band thinks $7,500 each isn't worth it to them, they're perfectly entitled to say no, and honestly, more power to them. But let's not pretend they're a superstar act, getting lowballed on a huge smash hit. And honestly, I don't think I could have put it better myself. Now let's look at the GTA 6 effect. This obviously wouldn't be as strong unless this is the song they directly wanted to use for their next trailer and was in the game as well. But let's see what having their song in GTA 6 did for Tom Petty and his song Love is a Long Road, in the first GTA 6 trailer. According to Google, Tom Petty's Love Is a Long Road saw a huge increase in streams after being featured in the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. The song's streams increased by 36,979% compared to the previous week. It also saw a 32,034% increase in playlist reach, with 48.2 million playlist ads, and the song saw a 100% increase in Google searches after the trailer was released. Just being on the generous side and saying that only one listen came off of every playlist ad nets you around 48.2 million streams off of one deal to be in the game, which you don't actually have to personally put any effort into yourself. Using Martyn Ware's words here, this would only be a pitiful $48.2 thousand. But this isn't accounting for people maybe not aware of their music dipping into other songs and checking out their discography, while also possibly playing the song on repeat. Of course, as mentioned before, this isn't guaranteed, but we see that it's definitely possible, and could even revitalize or give your band new life through the exposure to a younger audience something like Grand Theft Auto 6 could give you. Again, they're more than in their right to price themselves however they wish, but the exposure you can get from a deal like this, while also getting paid up front, isn't exactly nothing. This game is going to be, without exaggeration, a generational game that will probably break sales records, profit margins, and more. So I can definitely see why they say they want a bigger piece of the pie, especially if numbers like this are being projected for the game. But at the same time, you have to understand, if you don't personally jump at a possibility like this, someone else will. And if your replacement becomes a TikTok sensation, a well-liked song, or maybe even the song majorly associated with the game itself, you'll be kicking yourself every day on missing the bag in cultural relevance, and at the end of the day, more money. A reason I'm pretty sure Rockstar is trying to go for a royalty-free deal is because if you don't come to a deal having the song be in the game for perpetuity or forever, eventually this could get the game pulled off of digital sales due to licensing issues, similar to what I think is the most recent case of licensing issues in gaming, being Forza Horizon 4. Not to mention, it would actually hurt content creators like myself and way bigger channels that would help boost the game's hype even further and for longer. If you play the game with said music and the label acts to get those videos with that song for best case scenario revenue share on the video, and worst case scenario the video gets taken down and gets a copyright violation of some sort, it's not a good look for the popularity of showing some cool, funny, or great parts about the game, which is an aspect Rockstar is probably trying to make sure is smooth with a deal like this with correlating artists. It seems like Rockstar is just ultimately trying to stop having licensing issues when it comes to their games. But this does lead me to being curious if these offers extend to more popular artists and the big names in the industry as well, although we will probably never get an answer to that. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below, and if you were in Martyn Ware's shoes, would you take the deal? Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed or found it entertaining, make sure to scroll down and make that like button glow so we can reach our like goal of 25 likes for this video. While you're down there, consider subscribing as we will be covering GTA 6 as updates come out, other AAA games throughout the year, hilarious content, and more. As always, your support through viewership, liking, and subscribing is always greatly appreciated and helps me out tremendously against the 5-star threat that is the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to catch you guys next time. Peace!